Hello and welcome everyone to another Getting Started with Web3, Getting Started into Web3, All Things MetaMask. We're really excited to kickstart this series for you all to be able to go through all the basics, all the foundation you'll need in order to feel confident getting into the space of Web3, transacting in Web3 using your MetaMask wallet. Let's see here. We have today, I'm Shay. Happy to MC co-host with Mambir today. And just quickly, Crowdcast housekeeping. I'm sure you're familiar if you've been on one of these calls before. We have the chat going, but because we have such a large crowd and we want to make sure everybody has a chance to ask questions and listen to the content and not get distracted from the actual content we're talking about today, we'll probably turn off the chat just during the session. Now, if you have questions about things that aren't related to the content today, as you can see, it's about the MetaMask wallet, crypto, NFTs, hardware wallets, all the stuff to do with wallet stuff, security. We'll talk about that today. If you have questions about that, please put that in the Ask a Question queue at the bottom. Upvote any questions you see that you're also interested in the answer, because then we'll get to those faster. We do have our other colleagues in the wings helping to answer some of those questions and comments. If we don't get to call them up at the end, we'll have time at the end as well for Q&A. But anything else that's not related to the topic of today, please, you're welcome to ping our support team at community.metamask.io or support.metamask.io. At the bottom there's a green button that says Get Support with your MetaMask wallet. That takes you to that link that I just mentioned. So again, we want to keep everybody's discussion and questions around the content of today, because we want to empower all of you to feel confident using your Web3 wallet, MetaMask wallet, securely and confident in the space. All right, well, without further ado, I'll hand the microphone to Mambir. He is going to be driving and we're going to switch the slide deck here, right? So do you have yours prompted, or do you want me to keep the slide deck going?
Yeah, sure. So is my screen visible, just to confirm?
It is. I can make it the main focus. So yeah, you want to make it presenter view, and I'll swap it. Okay, here we go. There you go. Now go ahead and make it presenter view, so that you're showing, you're doing a meta thing. You're showing the Crowdcast.
Yeah, awesome. So
so ma'am, I don't think you're sharing the right screen. Here, let me flip flop that.
Let me try to switch the window now.
Yeah, it's showing your Crowdcast window. So I'm going to go to the next screen here while you're working that out. And as I mentioned, today we're talking about all things MetaMask. So a lot of you, if you had a chance, please fill out the poll. It gives us a sense of your understanding of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. There's a lot of important security stuff that we want to make sure everybody is aware of. Some of this might be, yeah, you know it, you're good. Some of it you're like, oh, this is good to know. So we want to see where you all are at with understanding about, like secret recovery phrases and all that other good stuff. So are you still sharing?
Yeah, I'm trying. Let me try to rejoin and then share it.
Okay, and while I'll quickly look at the polls here as you guys have all filled this out. Thank you so much. Looks like everybody is aware that the difference between a public key and a public address and a private key and a secret recovery phrase. So that's important, because the public key, your public address, is the one that you will share if you want to send and receive crypto, for example, and that's fine. And you can copy and paste that from your MetaMask wallet, which we'll show you once we get into it. However, your private key, your secret recovery phrase, is absolutely, and we'll say this more than once, something you never share, not even with MetaMask support. You never share that, and you want to store it somewhere where it can't be destroyed or you can't lose it. You want to keep it safe, because if you lose that, there's no way to recover it. So now, if you have your secret recovery passphrase and you need to recover a password, for example, that's what that is used for, and that's how MetaMask can help. But we cannot, and we have no access to, and we do not keep and store your secret recovery phrase. So that's why it's important for you to keep that safe with you and absolutely never share it. And then we also have, the question about what I just said. If someone reaches out to you, most of you understand, no, do not share that. That's great. And then the question of, do you need to verify your wallet, or do you need any kind of KYC? Again, a lot of you understand that no, this is not necessary, and we'll go into why that answer is correct. And then again, just reiterating, you understand that the secret recovery phrase is your responsibility, your sole responsibility, to store it, keep it safe. MetaMask is not going to be; it has no access to it, so we won't be able to help you recover it. And once it's gone, it's gone. And then finally, we wanted to find out how many people have used MetaMask already. A lot of you have. This is not your first time, which is great. So a lot of this info will just be more information around other things like, sending and receiving crypto, NFTs, hardware wallets, which is really great to have as well to kind of back up your crypto as well as store your secret recovery phrase. So we'll go into more details about that too as soon as Manbir is back. So let me see if I can get him back up here. Here he comes. And again, this will be recorded. This is being recorded. It'll be available at the same link as you joined. And we will send a thank you recap after this if you are attending today. And so you'll be able to see the slide deck as well as the replay of the full interactive replay, including the questions. All right, Manbir, how's it looking?
All right, let me try doing that now.
Oh, there we go. Take that out of there.
Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, it looks like you're able to share.
Do you see the deck now?
Yeah, so let me swap that for you.
Sure. All right, can we begin?
All right, so yeah, let me just share that for you. Swap it over. And I just switched the call to action below if anybody's looking. And go ahead and put it in presenter view there, Manbir, if you can. Do you know?
Sure.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And perfect. And so, in addition to attending today's live session, at the end of it, we would love for you to fill out and provide us your feedback about the experience here so we can improve on it, make sure we're giving you the information you're looking for. So if you fill out the feedback survey, that is in the green button link, then you will also receive a link to claim a attendance token. So we'll send that to you in that thank you recap, but only after you fill out the feedback survey. All right, Manbir, it's all yours.
All right. Well, hello everyone. Finally.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome to this All Things MetaMask session, where we talk about everything that is necessary for you to get onboarded to the Web3 ecosystem. My name is Manbir, and I'm a community manager at MetaMask. And this is the second session for this All Things MetaMask series. In case you missed the first one, there's no need to worry because we'll be covering all things that we covered in the first session as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So here's the session outline. So we'll be going through all these topics, starting from what is MetaMask installation and setup, buying crypto directly from MetaMask, all the way to hardware wallets and security best practices. So yeah, let's get started. So what is MetaMask? Shay, if it's possible for you to play this video for if you've loaded this deck, but I'll go ahead and quickly introduce some of the key terms related to that. So just to reiterate, just to understand MetaMask better, you need to understand what's the difference between a custodial and a non-custodial wallet. So MetaMask is a non-custodial or a self-custodial wallet, but a self-custodial wallet is with custodial wallets, the private key is held by a third party, such as an exchange or a server. Whereas with non-custodial or self-custodial wallets, the user is in full control of their assets, with the assets being on your device, like a hardware wallet, PC, or a mobile. So there are some key terms related to self-custodial wallet, secret recovery phrase, a password, a public key, and a private key. We'll understand what all that means, but first let's try to look into this video to better understand what all MetaMask can do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Membir, just for time's sake, is it possible to just, because I'm sure we can send everybody to kind of watch the video, but it might
Oh
be
yeah,
better just to speak to it, just so we can kind of get to the other topics. And so
all
here,
right.
I put the slide up for that. So can you speak more to, we're talking about what is MetaMask, right? And you mentioned, so here, this is basically just giving a little bit more about what is MetaMask that the video would kind of speak to. Did you want to go through that a little bit?
Sure. So I can talk about that. So MetaMask is a self-custodial wallet. It is also a gateway to Web3, and it also provides you a decentralized identity on the democratized web. So it's a lot more actually. Since it acts like a gateway to Web3, you get access to all the decentralized applications, so that you can connect your wallet and directly access those applications. And there are some key terms associated to self-custodial wallet, like secret recovery phrase, password. So secret recovery phrase is basically a master key to your wallet, which is used to access your accounts and funds on a blockchain network. It is also called a seed phrase. Then a password versus a secret recovery phrase. What's the difference between the two? So password is
Uh,
simply something. Yeah.
Oh, so sorry to interrupt, Membir. Before you jump into that, can you just quickly go through hot wallet versus cold wallet and then jump
Oh
into the
yeah.
secret recovery phrase? Yeah.
Definitely. So a hot wallet is basically something that is always connected to internet directly or indirectly, and a cold wallet is something that you use to hold your assets for the long term. So, for example, Ledger or a Trezor. So those are cold wallets. And MetaMask is a hot wallet, so which means that funds are at all times accessible by you. And since it is on a mobile phone or on a device like a laptop, so yeah, that's basically a hot wallet. And a password versus a secret recovery phrase. Now, a password simply limits access to your MetaMask wallet, whereas a secret recovery phrase is used to access your assets on a blockchain network. You can also use your MetaMask secret recovery phrase to access your assets from any other self-custodial wallet. Cool. So a public key versus a private key. A public key is like your bank account that identifies an entity with or without digital assets, whereas a private key is like a PIN of your bank account, and it provides control over your funds. A public key, as the name suggests, you can basically give it out to anyone since it's public, whereas a private key is something that you should never ever give out to anyone, and it is something that you should keep very safe and secure with yourself.
Membir, so what's an example of, why would I give out my public key?
Sure. So a public key acts like an address of your wallet, right? So basically, you would like to give out to anyone for them to send out funds to your wallet, to drop any form of assets, to drop NFTs, uh, to do anything of that sort. Basically, to send funds to your wallet, to send assets to your wallet.
Gotcha. Did you want to swap back to your deck, or do you want me to keep going on this deck?
Oh, you can swap back to mine if that's possible.
Okay, great. Let's do that. All right. So we were kind of on the same. All right, we're back to your deck. There you go.
Cool. All right. So I have made this simple illustration or flowchart basically to make you better understand how MetaMask works. So a password basically acts like an application level security, which provides you access to your MetaMask wallet on your device, be it your mobile phone or your laptop, if you're using an extension. And once you get access to your MetaMask wallet, you get access to your secret recovery phrase or a seed phrase, which is a set of 12 randomly generated words. And it provides you a blockchain level security, which in turn provides you access to your accounts, MetaMask accounts. So by default, you will get account 1, but you can add account 2, account 3, and so on as you go. And every single account consists of 2 key components. Key component, okay, pun unintended, but public key and a private key. So a public key and private key, as I explained in the initial slide, public key you can give out to anyone. It acts like an identifier to your wallet, and a private key is something that provides access to your funds. I hope that makes it very clear now. Cool. Let's jump on to installation now. So I would need to switch to the other window now.
And there's a couple more questions we just added to the poll, just realized, and it's great just if you have a chance, as we're going through this information, and you probably already know this, which is great. So we just want to know that you have an understanding between like a secret recovery phrase versus a password, public versus private, a hot wallet, which is connected and, as he explained, versus a cold wallet, like a hardware wallet. So we just want to make sure you understand the differences between those things. They're very important for you to create security and keep your MetaMask wallet safe, as well as your crypto.
Yeah. All right. Is my screen visible?
I do not see your screen. You have to share your window or your tab. Remember, you can't do the whole. Is that going to be an issue? Yeah, and I can swap back to if there's what part are we demoing right now? Maybe I can pull up on my side.
Okay, so we're trying to install MetaMask now.
On browser as well as okay, so setup. We're going to walk through a setup of installing your MetaMask wallet on both Chrome browser, which is available there, as well as mobile. And I know that Membir had a live demo. I'm just going to speak again to the secret recovery passphrase. When you're in the Chrome extension, if you ever want to find that or access that, it's under, this is Chrome. And we do also support Brave and Edge, I believe. But Chrome is the best in terms of this extension. And you just go to settings, security and privacy, and that's where you'll be able to access that info. And then in terms of, there's a little demo what that looks like, where you can find your secret recovery passphrase. And then we're, again, just speaking more to that while he's pulling up the demo. It's really important that you store your secret recovery passphrase somewhere that it cannot be accessed or hacked or destroyed easily. Especially do not store it online digitally. If you have a little digital notes pad, don't store it there. You can write it down. I've written mine down, pen and paper, but of course you want to make sure that that doesn't get destroyed. So maybe you keep it somewhere that it's, waterproof, fireproof. A lot of people have really unique solutions to storing their password, but it is really important to keep that safe and not have it be stored online somewhere that someone could actually access it and grab it. Because if they have that, then they have access to all of your crypto in that wallet. And we can't, unfortunately, MetaMask can't do anything to do about that. So just wanted to reiterate that's important to store it somewhere safe. All right. So while you're bringing that up, here is a walkthrough demo.
Okay. Can you check if it's visible?
It's not visible. Yeah. Did you want to just kind of walk through this slide and just speak to like setting it up in your Chrome browser?
Do you not see metamask.io now?
No, it's not showing up.
Okay, let me try again from.
I mean, actually, I see a screen. But let me see here. Let me pull this up. I'm not. Is this what you're trying to share?
Do you see metamask.io?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So cool. So
that's working.
As I visit, yeah, that's working. Yeah. So as we visit metamask.io, I'll click on download now, and it shows me these options. Install MetaMask for a browser. I can install it on Chrome, iOS, and Android, and these are the supported browsers: Chrome, Firefox, Brave, and Edge. So I'll click on install.
So just so everybody's sorry, Membir. So everybody's clear. We're doing an install of your MetaMask wallet on your Chrome browser. So the best way to go is to go to metamask.io. It's the best source. Don't go to some random URL. A lot of times that's not the official could be that it's not the official extension, and you don't want to download something that would be like a virus or kind of do anything bad. So just make sure to go to metamask.io and go to that link that Manbear just showed. And this is us installing into the Chrome browser.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, Manbear, all you.
Cool. Yeah. So as I click on install MetaMask for Chrome, it takes me to Chrome Web Store, and I'll click on Add to Chrome. So it shows me this option. I'll click on Add Extension. All right, and it takes me right to the extension itself, MetaMask extension, after installing it, and it says connecting you to Ethereum and decentralized web. We're happy to see you. Welcome to MetaMask. And I'll click on Get Started, and it gives me these two options: to import a new wallet and to import an existing wallet and to create a new wallet. So if I have an existing wallet, I can use my secret recovery phrase to import that. Else, I can create a new wallet. So I'll go ahead and create a new wallet, and it says help us improve MetaMask. MetaMask would like to gather users data to better understand how our users interact with the extension. This data will be used to continually improve the usability and experience of our product and Ethereum ecosystem. MetaMask will always allow you to opt out via settings and send anonymized click and page view events, but we never collect keys, addresses, transactions, balances, hashes, or any personal information. We never collect your full IP address, and we never sell your data for profit ever. We never even get access to your personal information at all. So I'll click on I agree, and it asks me to create a new password. I'll do that. And I can read the terms of use from here and then click on create. And it shows me this page, secure wallet again, secret recovery phrase. What's your secret recovery phrase? It is basically a 12-word phrase that is your master key to your wallet and your funds. How do you save your secret recovery phrase? Save it in a password manager, store it in a bank vault, store it in a safe deposit box, and you can also write it down and store it in multiple secret places. Should you share your secret recovery phrase? Never share your secret recovery phrase ever, not even with Team MetaMask. If someone asks you for secret recovery phrase, they are trying to scam you and steal your wallet funds. So even though it says that you can save it in a password manager, we also need to understand what are the risks associated with a password manager. So basically, okay, I'll go through that. So these are the risks associated of using a password manager. Forgetting your master password, all sensitive data is in one place. Backup is not always possible. Not all devices are secure enough. The quality of password managers need to be considered, and also the level of encryption needs to be considered. So I'll go
Right.
back.
And I was going to say, mentioning before, safest bet is not to store it in those. Even though it's saying that, it's like the best bet is write it down, store it somewhere offline. Do not store it in a digital way. That's not advised. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I'll click on next, and it leads me to this page, secret recovery phrase. And I can click here to reveal the secret recovery phrase. And boom, what I just did is I basically compromised my wallet. And if I were to use this wallet for my personal use, I would be screwed up big time. But since we are using this for demo purposes only, I'm completely safe. So what I can do is I can store it in a password manager like 1Password, write it on a piece of paper, that would be the best, and store it in a secure location. And I can download it using this link that is provided right here. So I can go ahead and do that.
So before you go, Manbear, just to give everybody context, when you start, and if people have already installed wallets, but if you are new to this, this is the first time you set up your MetaMask account or wallet. The MetaMask will auto-generate your secret recovery phrase, which is what just happened. So it is automatically created for you. This is a 12 phrase password, basically secret recovery phrase, that and with spaces. So this has to be copied and stored in exactly the same order and it's the exact same way you see it here, but this is the one that's auto-generated. So you don't create it. This is something at that step that you want to grab this and store it, because this is the step in which you want to make sure you get it right, because that's the access to this wallet. And so I just wanted to be clear that that's what happened. And this is the Chrome extension experience. The mobile experience is a little different, but we'll walk through that as well.
Yeah. So I can go ahead and click on next now. And what it asks me to do is it asks me to select each of those 12 phrases in order to make sure that I have noted it down and it's correct. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Price, air, model, fine, magic.
So this is the time that you would, like you said, like write this, but you want to basically confirm that you understand, like he's selecting it in the order in which the passphrase needs to be. This is just a confirmation that you are, registering your secret recovery phrase correctly, and you're confirming it at this step with MetaMask. So he's selecting right now, if you can't tell, based on how he wrote it down. Yeah.
And I'll click on confirm. Now it says, congratulations, you've passed this test. Keep your secret recovery phrase safe. It's your responsibility. Responsibility being the keyword, because only you'll have the access to your secret recovery phrase, and no one, not even the MetaMask team, can help you recover that if you lose access to it. And here are some tips on securing it, storing it safely. Save it in a backup, as a backup in multiple places. Never share the phrase with anyone. Be careful of phishing. Okay, what is phishing? So phishing is a fraudulent practice of sending emails purporting to be from reputable company, in this case MetaMask, in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as passwords and credit card, in this case secret recovery phrase. So MetaMask will never spontaneously ask you for a secret recovery phrase. If you need to back up your SRP again, you can find it under settings, security. If you have questions or see something fishy, you can contact support from this official channel only. Cool. I'll click on all done. And awesome. It shows me my wallet now. Cool. Shay, and would you like to add anything to this up until this point?
In terms of, okay, so yeah, now once he's done that, you're officially now in your Chrome extension MetaMask wallet. So it also might show, he has it showing full screen, but a lot of times what will happen is you'll be on a page and then it will be a little right side kind of drop down, and it'll be a little bit more, a little bit smaller. But that's your MetaMask wallet. Yeah, exactly. When you have your, there's your little fox. If you click on the fox, are you able to? Just to show what the experience is. If you click on the fox, it should open up a drop down. Oh, it won't do that. It should open up a drop down, and that's how you can log in each time. That's how, if you're on a page that's Web3 activated, it will ask you to connect a wallet. And then that's what you can do. You can have a selection of, I'll choose my MetaMask wallet. You'll connect that experience. So once, if you go back to the other screen, there you go. This is your kind of like your landing, your kind of front of your wallet. And then you're all ready to go. You can see your account address, and we'll go through all the other stuff. But did you want to walk through the mobile experience of doing the same thing?
Sure. So the mobile experience would also be similar, if not same. The entire flow is basically more or less the same, but it's more tweaked as per your mobile layout. So that's more or less the difference. But
here, let me go ahead. Oh, were you going to walk through the demo of that, or should I just show the screen share just to show the difference?
Oh, yeah, if you can do that, definitely, please go ahead.
Yeah, so this is, again, just reiterating the steps of the Chrome browser extension steps. So basically what he did was he went to MetaMask.io, downloaded the Chrome extension. You have the options. You just install MetaMask for Chrome. It redirects you to the extensions, the Google extensions web store. Then you just simply click the button that says add to Chrome. It's a really quick moment where it basically, we have a step of play with the fox. The fox face actually moves, you'll notice. But once you do that, you'll have a little fox icon, as you can see at the top of the screen there, in the top right tab of your Chrome browser. And that means you can access your wallet at any time now in your Chrome browser by clicking on that little fox. The first thing that will prompt, though, however, is get started. That get started experience. You simply click on that button. It will guide you through what he just walked you through, which is creating your password, which is different then your secret recovery phrase. That is a password that you create, and let's say if you forget that password, that can be reset and recovered by using your secret recovery phrase.
Yeah.
So just remember there's a difference. And that's something you can create one time with your wallet, but you can have different accounts in your wallet, and we can talk to that later. Just understand that the access to the main wallet experience uses that password that you create, but then the secret recovery phrase is auto-generated by MetaMask at that step, and then you copy it down, you confirm it, and now you're ready to go. And then with and this is just talking about how you can the secret recovery phrase, how you can find it, and you want to make sure and confirm and back it up. And that's in the Chrome experience. Now, in the mobile experience, the difference is you just go to if you're iOS or Android, you go to your marketplace of which one you're in, and you download the MetaMask app. And then basically what happens is when it launches, it'll get you into that get started experience again. Instead of importing, as you can import a secret recovery phrase. Let's say you lost your computer crashed or whatever, and you want to start up a new browser and you want to install your wallet again, then you would import your secret recovery phrase, and you can set up that same wallet again. But if you want to create a new wallet, which we're doing today, you click on that create a new wallet button, and then same steps, similar, but what happens is you're going to now create your password, and then you're going to see a video that's prompted to just educate you on the security. You're going to confirm your secret recovery passphrase. I'll go into it like this. It looks more like this. So I'll pull up all these little, the phrases, and it's going to show the order. You're going to confirm that by selecting it here, and then you're going to confirm that. And then finally, you are set. You're all set. So I don't want to. We'll jump back to your slides, and Beer, in terms of.
Yeah, sure.
Or did you want to continue? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure everybody understood. There's a slightly different experience, but you can always look and find your secret recovery passphrase in each the Chrome extension and the mobile app by going in under the security settings. It's a slightly different for each, but you can find that again if you need to. So don't worry. It's not like once you pass that screen, it's like, it's gone forever, So I know a lot of people panic at that stuff. They're like, oh my God, this is the moment of the secret recovery phrase. So
Cool. So now when we're at this screen, you will see a couple of things here, 0 ETH. So I don't have any balance since I have just installed the wallet. But ETH is the native currency on Ethereum mainnet. So as you can see over here. And it shows me this thing, my account, right? So this is a shortened version of the public key that I mentioned in the earlier slides. And I can copy my address from here and can give it out to anyone for anyone to drop funds or assets or NFTs to my wallet. And I see some options here.
Mambir, oh, sorry, I was going to say, to make it helpful, just in case people are new to this, can you speak a little bit to the difference between mainnet and testnet?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like custom, and this could also speak to if you want to switch. Here, I was going to share this if we want to just jump to that.
Yeah, sure. So
is that cool? Okay.
Talking about networks. So a blockchain network is basically an ecosystem of decentralized applications interact with decentralized finance or DeFi, NFTs, the metaverse, and more. So there are two types of networks, testnet and a mainnet. A testnet is a prototype of a blockchain network which is used by developers for building and testing on a network, whereas a mainnet is a completely developed blockchain network for users to transact using their tokens. The tokens or the money on a testnet is not real, so that is for testing purposes only, whereas tokens or money on a mainnet is all real. So ETH on testnet is for testing purposes only. It's fake, and it's you can consider it as test tokens, and ETH on mainnet is something that holds real value in the market.
Yes, and I'll add to that. And in terms of, for example, with Truffle, we have a ganache, if you've ever heard of that. And it actually is a great, it basically allows you to create a private test net so that you can test and simulate the real experience of deploying to the actual mainnet without risking, using your own crypto, right? So it comes pre-built with like 100 ETH that you can play around with and test your DApps, and not worry about using real crypto. So that's the difference. Now, like he said, how would you switch between, like, let's say you wanted to use Polygon versus Ethereum, which the default is Ethereum, that's mainnet. You would go at the top of your wallet, and I'll switch this back to Manbir, but like, as you can see, this is an example of the top of your wallet. That's where you can have a drop down of the different networks that you can switch to, and you can add a test net in there. At the bottom, there's a thing to say add a network. So you can have that as a selection, and then you can toggle between those as needed.
Yeah. Cool. Adding a custom network now. You can add a custom network such as Polygon, BSC, etc. Just by selecting custom RPC through the list and add these details: network name, RPC URL, chain ID, currency symbol, and block explorer URL. So we'll go ahead and do that. So when I drop down, I see an option to add network from here. And you might see that I don't see test networks, so I can enable that from here, show hide test networks. So I'll go ahead and do that. And now it shows me all the test networks. But we'll go ahead and add a network now. Okay, I would need to add these details: network name, new RPC URL. A network name is such as Polygon, BSC, etc. RPC URL, for example, it would be specific to Polygon. It would be different for BSC. Chain ID is something that is an identifier to test network or any network, basically. So it is basically an ID that makes sure that transactions happening on a test network are not replayed on the mainnet as well. And a currency symbol, for example, Matic, and then BNB, etc., whatever. Then we have block explorer URL.
And then BR, let me just switch this real quick to that. So chain ID is like a unique identifier. Just real quick. So if you're not sure what those pieces are that you should add specifically to make sure that's correct, go to chainlist.org.
Yeah.
That's where you can look up the actual, information for each of these, like for example, Polygon or something that's well known. Then you can know that you're plugging in the right information. It has all of these pieces that you can plug in so that you know that you're adding the network correctly.
Yep. So if you don't see a network on Chainlist, you can quickly search it up. So for example, add Polygon to MetaMask. Polygon is listed on Chainlist, but just taking that as an example. And I'll go ahead on add Polygon network. That's the official documentation. I'll scroll down and I see these details: the Polygon mainnet, RPC URL, chain ID, and then Matic as a currency symbol. So I need to add all these details. But to simplify things, we can simply go ahead on, we can visit chainlist.org and I can connect my wallet from here. And it gives me this option. And on traditional Web2 based websites, you used to sign in using your credentials. But with Web3, all you need to do is you can connect with MetaMask, as simple as that. In that way, basically, it asks you to connect your wallet. Your MetaMask wallet opens up. Then all you need to do is click on next and connect. You see how simple it gets, right? And then if I need to add, say, Polygon mainnet, I can add it to MetaMask from here. It shows me all those details that I needed to enter: Polygon mainnet as the network name, a URL, chain ID, and a currency symbol, block explorer URL. So I can go ahead and approve that. And it asks me to switch network. So when I go back to home, and as you can see, Polygon mainnet is now added. Cool. So it's as simple as that. All right. So that's about.
And that is that the same experience for both the Chrome extension as well as the mobile app, or is there any difference there, Manbir?
Sure. So in terms of mobile app, you would need to visit chainlist.org. in your browser, be it a browser that's built in on your MetaMask mobile version, basically, or you can also open it on your Chrome browser or any browser. You can connect your wallet similar way that I did it on desktop.
Yes, and so basically the interface, like adding that in, is the same in MetaMask, whether it's on mobile app or the extension. However, to go to chain list and get that information or do what he was saying, you have to do that in the browser to get that information in both scenarios. But thank you, Manbir. And Kobe had asked, "What's the document link?" If you're referring to the slide deck, we will share this slide deck after. We'll send that to you in an email. And that way you can have access to all these slides today.
Yeah. So before we move on to the next section, one very important thing, buying crypto directly from MetaMask. So what you can do is you can purchase crypto directly from your MetaMask application or extension. So for you to do that, you can simply click on the buy button in MetaMask. You can select the provider you'd like to use to buy crypto, Transact, MoonPay, or Wire. These are the three providers that we have partnered with. We've also partnered with Coinbase Pay so that you could seamlessly transfer funds to and from your Coinbase wallet. You will be once you select provider, you will be redirected to their platform where you would need to enter the amount in fiat currency you would like to spend to generate an estimate of how much crypto you will receive and the fees you'll need to pay. Make sure that you've selected the token you want to buy and the desired amount. From there onwards, you need to follow the prompts to complete the transaction. Your purchased crypto will be deposited directly into your MetaMask wallet. One important thing to note through this flow is you would need to do KYC, which is know your customer, which is a process to prove your identity within any state or a country. Basically, that's done by the governments to make sure that it's you who's doing the transactions. It's you, and you're doing that legitimately. So, but yeah, we don't get access to any of that data. We don't get any data to your KYC details. We don't get any access to your personal information ever. All right. So just to show you, if I go back to my MetaMask wallet and switch to Ethereum mainnet, I see an option to buy crypto from here. And as you can see, I get these options, Wire, MoonPay, Transact, and Coinbase Pay. And I can select any of these providers. One more important thing to know is that we've recently introduced an improved flow that aggregates through all these providers and provides you the best code so that you don't need to select any of these providers, and you also get the best code possible at the same time directly provided through MetaMask in a seamless way. Cool. Going back to the slide deck. Networks, that's done. Adding a custom network, sending and receiving crypto. All right. So to send and receive crypto, as I mentioned earlier, you would need your address, your wallet address, and I can copy that address directly from here. And then I can go ahead and paste it in my and basically send out to anyone that I need to share it with. And what that person can do is that person can send out funds, NFTs, or anything on directly on my wallet. You can also use it to transfer funds to and from centralized exchange as well. And I'll go ahead and transfer some funds directly on this test network.
And before you do that, I just do want to mention, so this is this place where when we mention sending and receiving crypto, how do you basically copy your wallet address to share with someone so that they can send you an NFT drop or an attendance token, as we are going to do today for this session. In the feedback form that we have that we'd love you to fill out, at the very last question, it does ask you to drop in your MetaMask wallet address so that we know where to send that attendance token. And so that's basically how you grab it. Copy and paste. You simply click on that top area just under your account one or you can actually rename that. It doesn't have to always stay as account one. And that will grab your wallet address, and then you can just post that in, share that. That's basically saying, this is my wallet. I'd like to receive, crypto or NFTs.
Cool. So is my screen still visible, making sure that
Yeah.
Shay? Cool.
I
Do
see
you
the
see?
Google tab.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. I'll open this in a full window. Just in a minute.
While you're doing that, should we speak to a custom token versus a standard token? Is because we were talking about creating. I don't know. Did we get to that yet? Or you're gonna jump to that later? Is that
Yeah. So
jumping ahead? Okay,
I can I
I'll
can
go back to.
simply
Yeah. Okay.
I'll expand view. And
Okay.
what I can
Great.
do is I can, so I've simply copied the wallet address that I've just set up. And what I can do is I can simply jump to this and I can send funds from here. I can paste out my wallet address here and I can enter the amount that I would need to send. So let's
Nice.
enter a small amount like 0.05 Kovan ETH. This is Kovan test network.
This is a
And I'll
test
click on,
money.
yeah, this is not real money. So
Test
it
money.
shows me estimated gas fee. Gas fee is something that is required for the network to confirm the transaction so that your transaction gets onto the blockchain after getting verified. So you need to pay this small amount of fee every time you need to make any transaction on a blockchain network. And it shows me the total amount, the amount that I'm sending, plus the gas fee. So I can confirm it from here. And as you can see, this shows me pending. What I can do is I can click it from here and it shows me all details of that transaction. I can view it on a block explorer like Etherscan. All right, so what's Etherscan? Etherscan is a block explorer that is native to the Ethereum blockchain. And a block explorer is basically an online database kind of thing, but for blockchains. Databases are centralized, blockchains are decentralized, right? So this is specifically for blockchains. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to test out, to basically monitor all the transactions that are happening on top of a blockchain, to monitor wallets, funds that are sent across a blockchain, funds that are sent across between blockchains as well. So you can do a bunch of things on a block explorer.
So real quick, Manavir, and we are getting close to time, so we're gonna we appreciate if anybody can go over a little bit because we had a late start. We'll try to do is to kind of get more information in for you all and get to questions. But with Etherscan, this is a great way. This is independent. It's not, Etherscan is not a product of consensus or anything like that. This is an independent database or directory. This is a great way for you to check on your transactions of your wallet. So if you're not sure, maybe you did a transaction, it seemed to be slow, you weren't sure if it went through, you can just go to Etherscan and you can find out if the transaction, where it is, and all that good stuff. So this is a great way to just check transactions on your wallet just to confirm things. But yeah, and then sorry, go ahead, jump to your next one, Manbir. I don't know what we're at, if we want to jump into the custom token or what you want, because we're getting close to time.
Yeah, sure. So custom token. Cool. All right, adding a custom token to to add a custom token, you can simply click on import tokens, and then you need to simply paste the contract address from there. So we can go ahead and do that. And I'll switch back to Ethereum mainnet now. And to add a custom token, what I need to do is I need to click on import tokens, and I need to search up for, say, USDT. So I'll select USDC, say, for example, and I'll click on next. It shows me this. I have zero balance right now, but I'll go ahead and simply import. And as you can see, USDC now shows up on my wallet. But what if you don't see a token directly in this list, import tokens list? So in that case, what you can do is you need to visit etherscan.com. You need to search up the token. Say, for example, Uni. That's a token of Uniswap. And what I can do is I can copy the contract address directly from here. A contract address also acts like an identifier to that token. And I can click on custom token. Uniswap is also available to search and directly add from here, but I'm showing that just as an example. And once I paste that token contract address, it shows up the uni symbol and basically the token decimal.
It
These
auto
two things
populates that.
automatically show up. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I
And
can simply click
go
on
ahead.
custom, add custom token and import tokens. And as you can see, uni is also now added.
So yeah, and he went through that quickly, but when you go into, if it's a custom token or a known token, so it's the first one he did was a known token. So if you hit import tokens, it takes you to both, and the first tab is Uniswap, like known tokens. You can search and pull those up quickly. But if you have a custom token, maybe there's a unique event, or somebody's doing a special NFT drop, that's going to be a custom token. So you'll either receive that address, that contract address that he grabbed, and they'll give that to you to drop in when you click on the custom token tab. That's where you can enter that full address, because you won't be able to search and look it up, and it will auto populate the rest of the attributes. But that's something you can either find on Etherscan, like you mentioned, or whatever creator or organization is giving that special custom token. They should be able to give you that address so that you can then import it into your wallet. And then you have to do that final click of import token, and then you'll see it in your little tab there on the main wallet page, where you'll see now you have that token in your wallet.
Yep. Awesome. Cool. So moving on to MetaMask swaps. Shay, is my screen visible? Just to make sure.
It is visible. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So what's MetaMask swaps? It's a built-in feature that lets users swap tokens directly from their wallet. So swaps combines data from multiple decentralized exchanges, aggregators, professional market makers, and individual dexes to ensure MetaMask users always get the best price with the lowest network fee possible. So if I go back to my MetaMask wallet, I see an option to do a swap from here. I can simply, okay, I'll click on no thanks. I'll simply enter the amount that I need to swap, say for example, zero point 0.1, and I need to select the token that I need to swap it to. I can click on review swap. It will simply fetch codes aggregated from different exchanges, aggregated market makers, etc. And I can directly swap it from here. You don't need to go to any third party platform to do that. You can do that directly from your MetaMask wallet. That's how easy it gets. Cool. Moving on to NFTs. All right. So a non-fungible token or an NFT is a digital asset that can represent real-world objects like art, music, videos, GIFs, in-game items, etc., and can be bought and sold using crypto like ETH, for example. The ownership records of an NFT is stored on a blockchain. So, for example, you can send out one full NFT, not a fraction of it. That's something that you can do with cryptocurrencies, but not with NFTs. So, if I transfer one NFT, be it any NFT to Shay, what I can do is I can also review that on any block explorer, say, or I can review it on OpenSea to make sure that it got transferred to Shay, and Shay can also review that on OpenSea or any block explorer. That's how easy it gets. Cool. And ENS. So what is ENS? All right, I'll go ahead to ens.domains. ENS is basically Ethereum name service, and it is a decentralized naming service for wallets, websites, and similar Web3 applications. And what it essentially allows me to do is, as you might have seen that on my MetaMask wallet, this whole address gets pretty long, right? So if I need to send out funds to anyone, it makes it for a very long address, right? So what ENS does is it allows me to create a shortened name for my address. So for example, I can, if Shay purchases Shay.eth, using ENS, right? So I can directly send out funds to, say, Shade.eth. I can cancel that, and I can send it to Shade.eth. So I'm not sure if that address belongs to Shay, but I can go ahead and drop funds to that. Just as an example, I'll cancel that for now. And you can purchase an ENS domain directly from here. I can go to the app and I can search it up, say, for example, Fox by MetaMask. And I can see that this is available. I can purchase this directly from here, and I need to pay the gas fee to do that. You can request to register and follow the following steps to simply purchase that from here. Cool. I'll switch back to the deck. Hardware wallets. All right. So, what are hardware wallets? These are devices that are used to hold the private keys of your crypto offline. So, for most people, MetaMask provides all the essential security that's needed to securely hold your funds and all your assets. But for anyone who would like to have an added layer of security or for added peace of mind, which means that if you would like to hold your private keys on a separate device, right? You can do that. MetaMask provides an integration for Ledger, Trezor, and a couple of more hardware wallets. And using that, you can what you can do is your private keys are not directly exposed to the web. It ensures an added layer of security and makes sure that you stay protected from cyber attacks, phishing sites, and malware because the access to your coins is encrypted by the device. And whenever you want to sign a transaction, hardware wallets help you to do that without directly connecting to the internet. These devices, just like MetaMask, require a secret recovery phrase that can be used to back up and restore your accounts. One important thing to note down is to only buy a hardware wallet directly from the manufacturer. Cool. How to connect your MetaMask with a hardware wallet? These are the steps that are mentioned in the deck. Unlock your MetaMask wallet, select the icon on the top right corner. Select Connect Hardware Wallet. Choose Ledger, Trezor, or Lattice, or a QR-based wallet, and click on Connect. Next, you need to simply select an account you would need to interact with. And MetaMask users can only have one account connected and accessible at any given point of time. So once you're connected, it will behave just like any other MetaMask account, with the difference being that you need to have your wallet plugged in for signing transactions or messages. All right, and we move to blockchain gaming now. So what are blockchain-based games? So these are games in which you can have offerings like in-game items that you can directly trade using your crypto, for example, ETH. And there are a lot of blockchain-based games that have been emerging. There are play-to-earn games as well. So these are some of the most popular blockchain-based games that you might want to check out: Axie Infinity, Crypto Blades, Gods Unchained, Ethermon, and CryptoKitties. You can simply go to their website and click to connect your MetaMask wallet, and simply play out those games. Shay, would you like to add to any of that up until now?
Yeah, no, that was great, and thanks for going through that so quickly. We really actually made good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fortunately, we wish we had more to span out on this, and we will make better use of time in the next session, which we're going through the same exact content. So if you wanted to join that again, but we will share these slides. I did want to speak to the hardware wallet section. He kind of flew through those slides, but they were really great content. This was, this is the difference between the hot wallet, the cold wallet, that situation. It's good to pair your MetaMask wallet that you installed on Chrome or in your mobile app with a hardware wallet, which is something, Ledger is a popular one. I use that one. There's a bunch of other ones that we featured that we're compatible with that are basically like external hard drives, which you can plug in to sync up and then you unplug. So it's not, there's much less risk for people to hack into it. It's a more secure way to store your data, your crypto, really. And basically, it's a nice complement to add that layer of security to your wallet. And so I just wanted to reiterate, look into those, explore the options out there, whichever ones, we're basically saying, here are some options. There's no right one. It depends on your preference and your setup and what you feel most comfortable with. But check it out. when you have a chance. And I think it makes sense, a lot of sense to get one of those if you do have crypto and you'd like to transact in Web3. And then the gaming, that's pretty new on the scene. So if anybody is, we'd love to hear more about, any projects or any experience you've had, or any, DApps that you've explored that have to do with, or even DAOs that have to do with gaming and blockchain. We're so curious about that space and how we can support everybody with our, the MetaMask wallet, as well as our other tools. And I think, is that the end? Are we at the kind of the security best practices mode? The big kind of reminder to everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, here's another reminder to never share your secret recovery phrase, never share your private keys, never enter your secret recovery phrase or private keys into any website online, never connect to any DApp or any website that might be shady or that might get access to your funds. Only connect to trusted websites and trusted DApps. MetaMask support will never DM you to help you. Never DM someone asking for help or offering to help. Beware of fake websites. Official one is this, metamask.io. Official help is this, that you see on your screen right now. Do not DM or call any number that claims to be MetaMask support. Never send your information via email. Do not contact emails sent to you that attempt to contact you. And do not send tokens to people who ask for them. They are scammers no matter how sincere they sound. So if, for example, anyone asks you to send me 1 ETH and I'll send you 10 ETH in return, they are definitely scammers. Don't do that.
Yes. And I did want to add, we have some awesome colleagues in the wings answering your questions in the comments. We didn't get to a lot of them because you have a lot of great questions, but KB has been answering some, you'll see that a little initial, but she's been answering some really your questions in there. So please take a look at that. Like I mentioned, we do have community.metamask.io. There's a place for you to put feature requests. Also, if you have issues that you need help with and support, you can upvote feature requests there. I believe. So please go there for any of those specific things. Here on these sessions, we're trying to give you the foundation, the basics, the 101s, so that you feel confident and you just know the basics of, like, setting up your MetaMask wallet and what the features and options are within that in terms of crypto, NFTs, all that good stuff. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I know people ask, about NFT drops, tokens, coins, all this stuff. Just want to make it clear that on these calls, whether it's a community call or this Get Started kind of interactive workshop, we are sometimes offering what we call OATs, which are on-chain achievement tokens. We formerly used to give out POAPs. But again, this is not a MetaMask coin or token or anything like that. That is in the works. That's not something that's on the radar right now. This is more of a community offering and reward. And soon we will be connecting these with you collect some, you level up, and you get special access and special rewards. So we're working on a community rewards and incentive program as we speak. So yes, to any questions out there. So that's the difference. Just want to make sure everybody understands, so that if you do attend these live sessions, and then whatever the other step is, in this case, please fill out the feedback survey, because we'd love to hear from you. And then you'll provide us your wallet address so we can kind of practice to see if you guys know how to do that. That's how we'll be able to send you a link so that you can claim a achievement token. It's called on-chain achievement token, which is just to collect a badge for your attendance in this call. But it's a great thing to have. So that's the difference. I just want you to understand this is not an official MetaMask coin or anything like that.
That's something just to incentivize, right?
Yes, it's incentivizing for our community. We really want to reward you all and also help, you onboard and unlock information, as well as access to different things. And soon that'll be things in terms of our Discord as well. So please join us on our Discord if you haven't already. It's discord.consensus.net. But if you need, and that is for conversation, that's for community, that's for ideas, as you'll see, events. But if you need support, or if you'd like to do feature requests, please go to support.metamask.io or community.metamask.io. of course, we want to see you in Discord as well, because you'll know about these calls and other sessions that we make available to our members. All right. Anything to add, Manbir, before we close up our takeaway, or do we want to leave the takeaway slide?
So these are the key takeaways. Basically, all the security best practices, do keep these in mind. But yeah, as we go, do we have any questions that we might need to take up from the chat?
I kind of answered them in that quick wrap up, just because KB has been answering a lot of them. So please, everyone in the audience, check it out. She's been very thorough, awesome. She has links, and this replay will include the questions and the comments and all that good stuff. So you can access this. We'll send this in a recap email to you all, as well as if you qualify, you'll also get a claim link. And then we'll also have a link to the slide deck so that you can check all the slides out again on your own, in your own leisure and timing. So with that said, thank you so much, Manbir. This has been great. I hope we empowered everybody to feel confident using your MetaMask wallet as a Web3 wallet in the space. Please feel free to join us again for one of these sessions. We'll probably do it again on a monthly basis. So next month, August, we'll have another one. And yeah, and this is where we want to get your feedback about your experience and what you'd like to see in the future with a MetaMask wallet, what would make it better, what you love about it, what is a pain point. We want to make this a really solid and confident tool for you to use in the space. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
joining,
you for
everyone.
joining, and we'll see you next time.